was my Magic Boy Midi Jacked, what you'll hear today. Come back to the second place OTS Locals Speedroid deck profile with the new guys. Went 4-1, beat this guy.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Joel Nib's broken, but yeah. I went X1, was really consistent despite, it's like 46 cards, I think, with this build. I definitely make some changes, but I'll get to them when I get to them. But yeah, I might as well just go show. Like, all the matches felt really solid. The only one that I lost was, I got triple hand trapped game 1 and game 2 against Raziel, and I just, yeah, that was tragic. Alright, anyways. For starters, always see through Terra Top. Ignore this one. I'm still, nobody at my locals wants to move a QCR Terra Top, so it's got the common I can't find anywhere else. But yeah, this card's obviously crazy. Always been crazy. Special, add a Speedroid. Nothing else to it. It gets you to your full combo. Or no, 1-card combo. And then if you just open another card with it, then it's really good. Next up, triple Mubs. Marble Machine is essentially the same thing, except you route your combo a little differently sometimes. Because it's a pendulum, it doesn't go to the graveyard, so you can't revive it with the Synchro 3, unfortunately. It's the only thing that sucks about this. But on normal, add, same thing. And then it locks you into wins, though, for the turn. 3 that, 3 that. And the other 3 of, which I've seen some people run 2, is Taka Tomborg. I think 3 is really good, especially for if you want to run non-engine. I know it sucks you only summon it once per turn. That's like the shitty thing about it. But it just being a wind extender gets you into your link, or it can get you into your guy. Like, it helps you with playing through Joel as well, because you see this more often. So I like it at 3. Oh, sorry, Roman Reigns. Bad, not bad. Oh, fuck. Okay. Next 3 of the new guy, triple Kernel Cluckers, and then 1 Speedroid Wing Synchron. When I first read these support cards, I was like, this is pretty cool, but like I don't really see the synergy because how I used to play it. But now you play it differently, which I'll show you some combo lines. This is a really crazy card. It essentially, all it does, if you don't know what it does, when you scale it, you banish another Speedroid card from your graveyard to scale this guy from your deck. And then this guy will pop both the scales and then choose a Synchro summon a vanilla Clearwing, or not Crystal Wing, Clearwing Synchro Dragon. And then if you control a machine Synchro, you get to dump a trap, which is part of usually the combo. Sometimes you want to protect against Nib, so you don't get to dump the trap. So you just have a Crystal Wing instead. But Kernel Clackers summons another one if it's destroyed on field. And it summons it as a tuner, which seems weird at first, but then once you like learn new lines and stuff, it's really good. And that it doesn't require your normal summon is crazy too. It's something that the deck needed. And then on to 2 ofs. Double Ultra Hound. This card's pretty good. You need it for your combo, so you have 2. You don't really want to open it. Or sorry, you do want to open it, but obviously there's better openers. But it gets you there if you need it. It just makes your combo lines a little weird. And you probably need more than just this to combo off. And then I believe the last 2 of is Double Car Turbo. He's just an extender. And he boosts you guys, which honestly comes up a lot. Usually attack boosts don't come up too much, but for the crack pack to kill people, and honestly just on, if you're going second, banishing this with another win from grave, boosts all your guys by 800 for the turn, and it helps you go for game really easily, because 800 is quite a bit. And then on to 1-0s, which I'll talk about these. 1 Double Yo-Yo, 1 Den, and 1 Red-Eyed Dice. Yo-Yo's kind of always been a 1-of, just because on its own it doesn't do anything. And you search it in your combo when you need it. Even though it is a crazy card, on normal just revives the Speedroid. A little 3 or lower, sorry. But then these are both 2-ofs on the old build, but this build is just 1-ofs. This guy, Den just revives a tuner, or from hand, you can special 1 too, by banishing from grave. So that's what makes Ultra Hound really good. And it makes your combo get 1-card combo guaranteed, or I guess 1.5. And then red-eyed dice. This is one of the changes I'd make, probably. I cut it last second, but I think after testing more with it, I think I'd run it at 2. Just because a lot of times you do need to. If this gets removed, then a lot of your combos are dead. Speedroid Wheel becomes a much better card if you have 2 of this. Becomes much more reliable and consistent. But yeah, it's essentially the bread and butter of a lot of your combos. Modulates any level on summon, not once per turn. So you just get into whatever synchro you need, which is crazy. So I was on 1, and I know people prefer 1, but moving forward, I'll try more with 2. I'll test more with it, but there's advantages and disadvantages. You don't want to brick on this, but it can work. That's it for monsters, for Speedroid monsters. Now to Speedroid spell traps. We're on triple wheel. People usually only run 2. I was on 3 just because it's 1 card, 2 win bodies most of the time. Just thought it was pretty solid. I always like seeing it the times that I saw it, and it helped me extend through boards and extend through hand traps. It's just an extender, but it's like a really solid extender because it gets you 2 bodies most of the time, which then gets you into the link. And if you roll a 4, 4 is probably your best option because you get the red-eyed dice, and you can either get Ultra Hound or usually just getting Den to revive back the red-eyed dice once you get more into your combo. So yeah, it's definitely not bad to open at all. So I like 3. And then 2 O's, which I'll go through these. Double Scratch and Double Speed Recovery. I know these aren't Speedroid spell traps, but they basically are. This is a revive and then gives you follow-up. I'm only used to on 3 because it is a crazy card. But just because you have more consistency options now with the pendulum guy, I'm only on 2. And obviously there's a lot of times where it just is dead in your hand if they hand trap you once, and it's just not an optimal extender anymore. So yeah, it's just on 2 for now, but it is a crazy card if you can utilize it in your combo. And then 2 Scratch, which honestly, if you want to play 1, you probably could, because the main reason you want to at least run 1 of this is because in your 1-card combo you go search through it, or you go search to it, and then it searches another thing for you. It's a 1-card combo. You need another Speedroid card in your hand. It comes up honestly more often than not, but yeah, just a solid card. And then traps, I'm on 1 of each, and then duplicate's the one that stays when I side, and this one usually gets sided out if I'm going second. Duplicate's just an extender, once per dual extender. From Grave, it makes your Ultra Hound a 1-card combo. Yeah. It's just a solid card. And then, yeah, Clearing Wonder. This is one of the new cards. The on-field effect, I think it like pops up a number of different types of wind synchros you control, destroy them. Just any cards your opponent controls. And then if the good effect of this is if your opponent's special summon was a monster, while it's in your grave, you can banish it. And then target like any, I believe it's just any wind synchro monster you control. Banish it and then return it to the field. So it doesn't summon it. So this guy must be synchro summoned, but this ignores it because it returns it, doesn't summon it. So it just gives you another Omni Negate because it's a soft once per turn. So it's a very good card. And then on to non-engine. I ran 15 hand traps. Triple Ash, very good. Triple Imperm, very good. 3 Droll. This one's nice because it's a wind as well. So I was also on double Ghost Mourner. So opening Takatombo or Car Turbo makes these much more useful than they would be otherwise. And it actually came up, my last game I actually won because I top decked, I think Takatombo with just Droll in hand. I almost summoned Droll, special Takatombo, then went to the Link and then went full combo. Or I obviously made red-eyed dice first, and then Link full combo. So yeah, these being wins definitely does come up. I actually liked it. The rest, double Nib. Nib's just crazy. I have the third on the side. 1 Ghost Bell and 1 Veiler. I'm messing around with some stuff. I might up Veiler. Obviously just a good card, but yeah, I'll have to see what I can do with ratios and that, because right now the engine for this deck is pretty beefy for what you want to bring, and it's like even at minimum it gets pretty beefy, so that explains why it's a 46 card deck. And the reason we're running only one of it is because we're on 2 crossout, 3rd in the side. I probably just would run 3 crossout next time. That's another change I'd make. Even though it bumps it up by 1.
What about call by?
Call by, yeah, I'd probably put that in too. Find crossout does come up more, because obviously you want to protect against nib. There's a lot of hands that can play through like Veilers and Imperms and Ash, like 1 or 2. Pretty solidly plays through 2 interruptions if you have a good hand.
Would you play Talents and Purge?
I don't know about Purge. Purge is a weird one, because obviously the other hand traps like Nib and that are good, but maybe in like a different meta where Nib isn't good, I probably would replace this Purge. I also don't have Purge, so that's why he's asking. But Talents, I honestly don't know either. Just because I feel like it wouldn't be the best, because if you do Talents, you do need to have other stuff in your hand, obviously, and like play through it, whereas stopping it, if they know where to hit you, stopping it right at that choke point helps a lot, because the deck does have choke points, but, well, depends on what else you have in your hand, but like if they hit like your Synchro 3 or your Link 2, then it's pretty big. So just having crossout to stop it then and there is good. But yeah, like if you want the deck to be 60 cards, you can run a whole bunch of other non-engine, I guess. There's some other stuff too. Actually, I'll show it off quick. I'm thinking about trying out triple speed lift in a bunch of hand trap in a deck with a bunch of hand traps. So it's if you only control if you exactly control 1 tuner, no other monsters, which obviously the Ghost Girls are all tuners. You can just special level 4 lower Speedroid from your deck. And then when it's summoned, your opponent can activate cards. So they can ash this, but they can't like Veil or Imperm like a Terratopi summon off of this. So that's pretty nice. So just like food for thought stuff. I haven't tested too much with it, but I don't know. I want to see if I can make something with these. So yeah, that's consideration. Now on to the extra deck. So I'll do these lowest level to highest level, and obviously the Link. So I'm on 1 Link and 2 of this. I would honestly probably, if I were to, it's probably for Tuesday next week, I'd take out 1 of this and put 1 of this back in, just because they're both really good to have multiples for follow-up, but now that you have extra deck space you need, you can't really cut very much out of it, other than just like replacing one of the other. So it'd probably just be this for this. This one I think comes up more for your follow-up than this does. But they're both, I don't know, it's a very, very tough call. That's why I was on that at first, but like with the new playstyle deck, I think a second one of this barely comes up, as opposed to this, which it also barely comes up, but like it very much will come up. So yeah, this guy, these are the 2 probably biggest choke points of the deck, and another guy I'll show in a sec. If he gives you an extra normal summon, and he also searches and sends, you banish a synchro monster with a certain level, and then you take 2 Speedroids that add up to that level from your deck. Your opponent randomly chooses 1 to send to the grave, the other one gets added to your hand. So that's part of your combo. Just very good. And then 2 of this. On summon, either searches a Speedroid spell trap or revives the synchro monster, the synchro materials if they're all in your graveyard. And it locks you into wins, but like who cares? But yeah, it's just a very, very solid card. Your bread and butter are these 2. Very good to start your place. And then on the level 5s, 1 Hagoida, 1 Chambara, and 1 Glider number 2, the new guy. This is probably one of the choke points as well, but usually like you're gonna hit one of these guys before they can even make this. So yeah. I'll go through the old guys quick. He on field, you can tribute him as a quick effect to up all your opponent's levels by 1, so it helps you in the Ryziel matchup. And then in the grave, once per turn, he just summons himself back if you control a Speedroid tuner. So he's very good for your follow-up plays, and like if you go full combo, this guy comes up a lot. Chambara is just Chambara. He's usually like the first guy you banish off a rubber band shooter in certain combos that you need to. Like if you're level 5s. He just does more damage. He's good for OTKs, and effect that I didn't even realize he had until like recently. If he's sent to the grave at all, target one of your banished Speedroid cards, add it to your hand. So it hasn't come up for me in all my years of playing Speedroid, so it probably will like never come up, but it can. And it's probably just because I didn't even know it had that effect until now. So, and Glider number 2, this is one of the new guys. On Synchro Summon, he revives levels, I think it's level 7 or lower. Yeah, level 7 or lower, win non-tuner Synchro my grave. So if you go Colonel Clackers, summon this guy, and then you do other stuff, at the end of later in your combo, you can just summon this guy, bring back him, and then you make the level 12. And that's his big effect. And the other effect, which is actually really good, if you control Clear Wing, I think. Yeah, Clear Wing monster, except in the damage step, banish from my grave, increase levels of all monster your opponent controls by 5 as a quick effect. So, also messes with your Raziel matchup, and the Fiendsmith matchups for both of those, obviously. They can make Aggregator, but okay. In the level 6, I chose Raptite for the tournament, but Charge Warrior is equally as justifiable. I'm probably going to try that next tournament instead of Raptite. But I find Raptite just was good for like Fiendsmith stuff, and Raziel stuff gets rid of Eclipse Twins, gets rid of the Fiendsmith, big Fiendsmith. But yeah, I don't know, just a solid guy. He's a DD Crow. But he's usually like, in some of your combos, you do banish him off the link. So that's why you need a level 6 in there. And then for level 7s, 2 of this and 1 Fast Dragon. So you could honestly replace one of this with a Wind Pegasus, which is how you used to run it, with just this and Wind Pegasus. But now, obviously, with the new Pendulum guy, you just summon him for free. I had a game in that tournament where I just sat on Clearing Pass because he just hand trapped me enough, and it ended up almost bringing me back. I think that was the game that I lost in his match. But yeah, he just is like a negate for level 5 or higher monsters. And then Clearing Fast is he targets any extra deck summon monster and turns its attack to 0 and negates its effects to quick effect. So yeah, he's pretty decent. But he's usually your first banish. And then level 8, only on 1 Crystal Wing and 1 Kite Drake. You could probably just make it 2 Crystal Wing, but maybe not. I don't know. This guy obviously comes up. He's just for going second, breaking boards. And then Crystal Wing is also for going second and killing stuff and negating stuff for your combos. And then and then one card I haven't seen anybody really run, but is actually really good, is Windwolf. This guy that came out like 2 years ago. He's very strong. So if you activate a monster, or if anybody activates a monster effect, he ups his attack by 5 or 3. And then max 4,000. So 5 effects gets him up to his cap. If he has 4,000 or more attack, he can quick effect. Okay. So anyways, he gets up to a cap of 4k. And then quick effect during, I think it's just during your opponent's turn. No, there's once per turn while the card attacks 4,000 or higher. Quick effect, shuffle both this card and all monsters your opponent controls to the deck. So it's very solid on top of your end boards. Some combos I find, if you just have like weird, ends up getting weird from like hand traps or just like whatever's in your hand, something changes. This is like a good pivot point in your combo to like just be an all around. You can do this with the Colonel Clackers and the Clearwing, and just make it Synchro 9 and then do other plays and like solidify your end board. He's just, I don't know, I find he's very strong in certain combos. And obviously you could run Shen Shen, but I don't like that card right now. Yeah. It's obviously not good against Malice, and it also
it's garbage against Raziel.
And it also will mess up your combos sometimes because it's any card, not just your opponent. So yeah, no Shen Shen, Stellar Windwolf better. And then the 2 big guys. This guy is really, really strong. He's very annoying and sticky. Makes himself unaffected by monster effects if you try and do anything to him. It's a spell trap negate, and then if he leaves the field by your opponent's card, I think it's just sent to grave. This guy's leave the field. yeah, sent to the grave by opponent's card, add any wind from deck to hand. So the other thing you have to watch out for, which came from my game that I lost, was if you draw your opponent and they out this, you can't add, obviously. So, but other than that, it's just a very solid card. And then Crystal Cleaving Over, this is the new guy. Must be synchro summoned. He's an Omni Negate, soft once per turn, so with the trap you return him and you get another one. And if he leaves the field by your opponent's card, you can summon any Clear Wing extra deck monster, or monster from your extra deck. So that also includes this guy. But usually if you have an Ember with these two, you get out like one of these two. You can't summon Crystal Wing because he's not Clear Wing, obviously. But yeah, this guy's really powerful. Just he's more generic. This guy is just Clear Wing. But yeah, that's the extra deck, and then I'll go over the side briefly. I don't know if it was honestly that great, but you definitely like adjust it. Triple Lancia, obviously. Triple Book of Eclipse, very good for Ryziel and stuff. I think the card that probably came out the most for me was two more Ghost Spell. Because just a lot of Ryziel on my locals. And obviously in general it's going to be a lot of Fiendsmith, at locals. In general it's going to be a lot of Fiendsmith. It's a very good card, especially if your deck can't really one Bystials like this deck, because it win locks you. I mean, obviously it doesn't come up on... Bystials don't come up too much on your turn, but they can. And Ghost Spell is just like a better card for that. So 2 Ghost Spell. And obviously you don't need to cross out a Bystial because you're all wind. So... the third nib, and then I probably would put the third cross out main, so I could main 3 D barrier or 3 evenly matched. Like I needed back row removal, and then this is just good. And then the shifter for cross out. Oh, so yeah.
Nice. Are you gonna show us a new combo or what?
I'll show you a quick 1-card combo, and then I might find optimal.
You know how to do this upside down?
Upside down D.
Okay.
Okay, so I probably have to do it here, right?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? Okay.
Or you can just do it, whatever. Doesn't matter. It'll just be upside down.
Yeah. So let's say you open like double Marble Machine or something stupid like that. This is like shoutouts to, I gotta get the guy's name. Super Nix. This is his. He found this 1-card combo.
What did you just say?
Anyway, shout out Super Nix for this combo. This is the 1-card Speedroid combo, or 1.5. But yeah, if you open Marble Machine, you normal summon him. Marble Machine with like another normal summon. You grab Toki, special, and then use his effect, get out the red-eyed dice. Here you wouldn't mod, if it's Terror Top, you put it to 2. But I mean, if you have Terror Top, it's usually just better to do a different line, but we'll see. And then synchro these off. Whoop. Into your Cork Shooter. Doesn't matter where you put it. Cork Shooter will grab Scratch. This is why you probably only want to run 1 Scratch. Or 2, you don't want to run 3, because if you need a 1-card combo, Scratch has already been used if you have to open it, so kind of doo-doo. Scratch, you pitch your other Speedroid. Grab your Kernel Cluckers. And then you scale your Kernel Clackers. Usually you can just banish Scratch. You can do that, or you can banish Taka Tomborg. For the sake of this, in case, like, you know, whatever, just banish Taka Tomborg. But I guess Chambara can come up as well, but it's usually not. Yeah, so you banish him, scale, Wind Synchron, or Wing Synchron. And then you use Wing Synchron, pop these both. Goes into your Clear Wing. You can summon it wherever. Then you can chain 1 Clackers, chain 2 Wing Synchron, because Clackers is more important than the dump of the trap. Grab out a second Clackers, it's a tuner. Good visual representation. And then duplicate. Synchro these. Go to Crystal Clear. And then with the Clackers, you go duplicate. You can target the Clackers. So some of this stuff is a body. So they're both level 1s. Then you just link them off. Go into Rubber Band. Rubber Band effect. You want to banish. Probably want to banish the other Crystal Wing, or sorry, Clear Wing. because clearing fast, summoning off of the other guy is probably better than crystal or clearing. But yeah, to do that, now it doesn't matter which one they grab here. WYO Ultra Hound. All its evens. I always just do this and then shuffle these. It's for realism. So evens. So I'll grab this and send that. So with this, you additional armor with your link. Dump the Den, and then obviously you open double yo-yo. You just bring back the red-eyed dice, but with here, just Den revive it. So I guess the same place. Red dice make this level 4, and with double yo you don't have to change it. Synchro into the new guy. Glider will target clearing synchro because it treats as a synchro summon, so you can bring it back, and then you just synchro these off. Then you got big guy. And then that's the 1-card combo. So you have the level modulation on top of Omni Negate, a Spell Trap Negate, a Monster Effect unaffected by thing. And then if either of these are outed, you get Recursion and Follow Up. Like if this leaves the field, you can just special out the clearing fast and then an imperm.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the quick 1-card combo.
Nice.
I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll update you guys on other combos as I figure them out. Obviously, there's a bunch of more combos, but to actually like streamline them in that and optimize them, I'll be able, because this is just my first time playing the deck. That was the first. I was literally like practicing my own combos during the tournament. So yeah, but it went well. With multiple cards, becomes more formidable.
Nice.
But yeah. Keep you guys updated on that. Mini jacked out. See you.
Peace.